Hey, what's up YouTube? Pat here with another video. This is to announce the winners for the 150 subscriber giveaway. If you guys are wondering why I haven't put out anything this week, I've been incredibly sick. You can probably still hear it in my voice. I spent most of my week, if I wasn't at work, because there's a situation where there's no way I could possibly call it was either spent at an urgent care or sleeping. I literally couldn't even talk on, Wednesday and Thursday at all. So I'm really sorry it's taken this long to get back to you guys, but I just wanted to real fast give you guys a heads up. Even though we didn't hit the 200 subscribers by the start of the new year like I wanted, I'm still going to do two giveaways. I'm still going to give away two special packs in this video, so I'm going to announce those winners now. But before we get to that, if you guys are part of the Scrub fam, if you're a Scrub subscriber, you know what I'm already talking about. 3XG Productions. Matthew Coombs and I are going to start doing a podcast. I'm no stranger to doing podcasts. I used to be the co-host of the Naruto podcast after after Tyler Allender left it, who eventually later on became my coworker as a designer for the Naruto Shippuden card game. I covered it probably from I think sets 14 and 19. So yeah, definitely I have a lot of experience doing it. On top of that, I obviously I have a wealth of blog experience as well as writing for Bandai, so there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about. And since Matt and I are basically the same person anyway, it should have a lot of humor in it. So you guys, I'm really hoping you guys will enjoy it quite a bit. I think it's going to be really great, and we're just hoping it's something we can put out. I don't know what kind of time frame, but hopefully we can put it out every week, every bi-weekly or something. It's something you guys should just put on in your car or while you're traveling to class or to work or whatever, and just get a couple minutes in here or there and kind of learn a little bit more about the game as well as have some fun with it. So without further ado, though, I'm going to go through and announce the winners now. If you guys are wondering how I did the winners, I did just using an RNG, a random number generator using random.org because it's the most reliable. Just plug everybody in and just did it that way. So these are the two winners we came up with. So the first one is, I believe, sorry if I butcher this, I think it's E4Ioable. He says that his favorite leader right now is Vegito, even though he isn't as strong as most people thought he would be in the current meta. I could definitely see him getting a lot better as we get more sets because of how versatile he is. Anyways, congrats on the subscribers. Love your content. Thank you so much for saying that. It really warms my heart. It's kind of amazing just to hit 200 subscribers for me because I'm very much a very awkward person. So to see like 200 people actually want to watch me is a little bit crazy to me. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head right now. Vegito is a very strong and very well-designed leader. The only problem is that he doesn't have any reactionary cards. So like because he's not yellow, he doesn't benefit like Mecha Frieza or Ginyu or any of these other leaders from Cold Bloodlust. His builds don't really lend to like using Battering Laser or anything. So he needs those kind of counter cards right now in the current meta to be good. And then also he's not Cell, so he doesn't have like the consistent draw, and on top of that he doesn't have the on-demand removal. And since he's not a green leader, he doesn't have any of the crazy abuse tactics with Mighty Mask. Like green and blue leaders with Mighty Mask right now are incredibly strong. So yeah, he just doesn't have it. Things like just the dominoes just did not fall. The chips did not fall where they need to be with Vegito right now. He's a very strong design leader. In fact, when I talked to the designers of the game, they said that they were really upset that Vegito wasn't as strong as they expected. They expected him to be incredibly powerful, and it was something that you, the players, would really enjoy playing, and they expected him to be a force in tournaments, and he wasn't that. And I explained to them, these reasons as to why Vegito isn't getting the performance that he's supposed to have. So look forward in maybe supplemental products like the I believe it's the deck boxes that are coming out at the end of this month, as well as set 3 and some other product here on out for Vegito to get a lot better. Vegito is going to always be a leader that is going to be on the radar because Goku and Vegeta are the main characters of Dragon Ball. There's always going to be more printed and more support for them every single set. It would not surprise me if this is the worst you will ever see Vegito as a leader. So again, thank you for your comment. Just email me, private message me your information, and I'll try and get you hooked up with the prizing as soon as I possibly can. All right, thanks. So our next winner goes to Daniel Dawson. who wrote that his favorite leader was Soul Striker Goku. He tends to like mid-range decks. I personally also prefer mid-range decks as well as control decks. And you can play him with so many viable strats: mono blue, green blue, red blue, and then also he says, yes, please cover Dragon Ball Fighter Z. So on the topic of Fighter Z, I've already pre-ordered it. I've already got my capture card. I'm just waiting for my hitbox to come in. I'm not a pad player. For those of you guys who don't know, pad is like playing with a PS4 controller or a 360 controller. I'm more of a stick player, but with Dragon Ball Fighter Z, because Arc System games tend to require a little bit of fancy footwork, I'm not really, great with a stick. I prefer the buttons though on the right hand side with the right hand. So I've decided to get a hitbox, which is basically it's buttons on both sides. So your left hand controls with like ASWD like a keyboard. Your right hand is the buttons. So I'm going to go with that setup, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to actually have a hand cam for that game so you guys can see my inputs for that. But I'm getting off topic here. You are absolutely right on Soul Striker. I think Soul Striker is a very underrated leader right now. I think he is clearly positioned very well for the meta. He is very strong against most things, and I know that he was one at the top tables the other day in Vegas, and that didn't surprise me in the slightest that he was up there, because he's just strong against everything right now except for maybe red blue aggro, and even then, depending on your build, you can actually get around that. I played a very defensive Soul Striker build, and it's been working wonders against red blue aggro with Trunks, Vegeta, and other things like that. In fact, it's possible to actually play 3-color Soul Striker again with Mighty Mask. The Mighty Mask to get the blue Trunks is just absolutely insane. And then obviously having cards like Kaba in the deck are incredibly helpful, because Goku, his Soul Striker, his biggest weakness is that he can't self-awaken. So having both Mighty Mask and Kaba makes for, some very strong builds. You can do a lot with Soul Striker that you wouldn't be able to do normally. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if 3-color Soul Striker is a thing that you're going to see coming, especially with the release of the new 4-drop Gotenks that's coming out soon. With that card, I fully expect 3-color Soul Striker to start showing up and becoming a lot more popular. I'm hoping if I can get the numbers down, like I have the ratios, I just don't know where I want to go with specific card quantities, and there's a couple of interactions that I'm still looking into that I have to double check with some of the judges to make sure I got the build exactly where I want it. So maybe I'll feature a 3-color Soul Striker build on this channel at some point. I'm not sure. So yeah, but then again, Daniel, thank you for the comment. Thank you for all the thanks and the well wishes and whatnot, and thank you all of you guys out there also for your love and your support. I appreciate it greatly. Right now though, I'm gonna have to cut this video a little bit short. I'm gonna have to start heading out to a draft tournament that's hosted at my local. I'm going to bring my hand cam with me. If it's not going to impede the progress of how fast we can draft, if I can get it set up in time, I'm going to try and do my actual hands from my perspective as I open the pack, so you guys can see how I draft and what kind of cards I'm picking in my card selection process. And you can let me know if I'm doing it absolutely terribly. But I figured that's kind of content that no one else is putting out there. And, it would be really cool, I think, for you guys to see that. So yeah, again, thank you for everything. Thank you for all the support, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.